Hello, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Noki, and you're here for the news with Noki on Noki Talks. Today, I will be discussing the big old bad boss of Team Rocket himself, Giovanni, and how he very well might be coming to Pokemon GO, as well as possible rumors for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and a whole host of stuff to talk about in regards to Marvel. First up, for the speculation that Giovanni very well might be coming to Pokemon GO, as he appeared photobombing the attendees of the third and final Pokemon GO Fest this summer in Yokohama, Japan. This is very similar to how the grunts of Team Rocket were rolled out, first photobombing attendees in Chicago and then appearing in the game just weeks later, which has led many, including myself, to speculate that he could very well be making an appearance in the game in the coming weeks. Up next for Pokemon Sword and Shield, where I would like to begin by discussing Gene Simmons and his overall positive reaction to the inspiration that was drawn from him for the Pokemon Obstagoon in the Galar region. And not only that, but the overall inspiration that was drawn from his band Kiss for the Galarian Zigzagoon and its evolutionary line. He even went on to elaborate that Pokemon has been a part of his household for the last 2 decades, ever since his children discovered it when it first came out. And not only is it really cool to see somebody who's as mainstream and in the public eye as Gene Simmons commenting on Pokemon, but it also really helps these games out by bringing even more positive attention to them. And to round out the discussion on Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'd like to discuss the supposed leaks that came out from Koro, which obviously are fake. Not only does the artwork of this Arbok just not match at all from the artwork we've seen so far from this game, but in my opinion, if they were going to do a Galarian form of Arbok, I really don't think it would look like this. And hey, if I'm wrong, but there are so many better avenues they could take with a Galarian Arbok than the one that is seen in these supposed leaks. And although I do plan to make a video where I'm going to break down my speculation of some of the Pokemon that we very well could see as Galarian forms, I really do think that Galarian Arbok has great potential for being in the upcoming games, especially considering there is a Galarian Weezing. These two Pokemon have historically always been matched as a pair ever since they were put together on Jesse and James' initial team in Kanto. And I truly couldn't see the Pokemon Company giving one of them a Galarian form without giving the other, and maybe even making that a version exclusive type of thing. And on now to Marvel! And up first for one of the movies that I'm most excited about from Phase 4, Thor, Love, and Thunder. Early rumors have been surfacing that Korg, who is played by Thor's director, Taika Waititi, will possibly be playing a lot more of an involved role in the upcoming movie. And not only that, but there has been some speculation based off of cut content from Infinity War and Endgame that Thor very well may face off against the Midgard Serpent in this upcoming movie, which in the comic book outlined his overall demise. And considering we're about to get a female variation of Thor in Jane Foster, and we saw the passing of Iron Man and Captain America in this past phase, it would truly only make sense for them to be passing the torch from the original Thor onto the new iteration of it. And onward now to this potentially leaked image that may show Disney's plans for their Marvel Land at Disneyland. As you can see, this photo appears to show the plans for an upcoming Marvel-themed park. And back in March of 2018, Disney Parks revealed there would be 3 new attractions centered around the Marvel superheroes, which would be added to Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Resort in California, and Hong Kong Disneyland. Although I personally have never been to a Disneyland, I would be extremely excited to visit one of these locations someday and check out these new attractions. They look absolutely amazing, and I would love to see how interactive they could truly make it into the Marvel world. We were also recently teased with the possibility that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson very well could potentially, in the future, join the MCU. This past Sunday, these pictures from Rob Liefeld, co-creator of Deadpool, uploaded on Instagram comparing Dwayne Johnson to Garrison Kane or Weapon X, urging him to join the MCU based on the apparent reports of outstanding chemistry between him and a familiar friend, most likely referring to Ryan Reynolds. Mr. Johnson then responded, teasing that he indeed did have amazing chemistry with their familiar friend, and asking how one would go about getting in touch and getting alone with Rob to discuss the part. The comment section thereafter just exploded, with Marvel fans foaming at the mouth at the potential of Dwayne Johnson joining the MCU, and how perfect of a time it really would be for him to do so. And truly, I feel like this role alongside Ryan Reynolds in the upcoming Deadpool iterations, now run by Disney, very well could pay off to be absolutely amazing. And finally, for the news today, Kevin Feige himself has come out hinting that there very well could be an Infinity Saga box set that will be released for the entirety of the first 3 phases of the MCU. Not only that, but he hinted that if a box set was to exist, that they would be including all of the scenes from every single movie that nobody has ever seen before, previously unreleased, and showing scenes that never made it into the movies. And considering the fact that there will be 20 plus films that will be making it into this potential box set, that will make the probably exuberant price that will be attached to it maybe, possibly, kind of, sort of, potentially worth it. But that's gonna be it for the news today, guys. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Professor Noki, signing out once again for Noki Talks.